Having trouble with your garage door? Problem solved. Call Direct Service Overhead Garage Door Company. We're your go-to team for garage door repair, new garage doors, openers, and more. We offer same-day service. We're always ready when you need us. Best of all, you can book your appointment online or talk to a live operator 24/7. No machines, no waiting. So whether it's a broken spring or a brand new garage door, trust the local experts at Direct Service Garage Doors. Call us today or visit directserviceoverhead.com.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tusk Talk with Ty. It's Wednesday night. Yeah, we know Arkansas plays tonight. So I'm going to be busy. Going to be doing this live show. We started a little bit early. We're going to go the 90 minutes, and then obviously Arkansas plays at 8 p.m. at Ole Miss, and I'm going to be here for the post game, working my ass off. I hope you guys stick around for the post game as well. All right, we got a full freaking panel up here. Up top with me is Mr. Tim Neal. Down below, Travis Ford, owner and operator of Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company, longtime sponsor of Tusk Talk with Ty. And then, of course, Peyton Dunn from Choose Arkansas is with us. Peyton, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about y'all?
I'm doing swell. I'm doing good. I think everyone I talked to is getting over being ill. We were just talking about it before we went live. Both these two knuckleheads been sick. Hopefully that part of the year is come and gone, whether it's flu season or whatever the hell.
It's going to get cold again like Saturday.
I know. Temperature's supposed to drop. It's going to be wonderful. My mini split's going to be working overtime. What's going on, John Haas? He says, what up, dorks? Yeah. Yeah. Do us a favor as you guys are hopping in here. Make sure you hit the like button. Sharing is caring. You know that. Tap that wonderful, bizarre looking curved arrow on your screen. That's sharing, baby, right there. That's big for this channel. And if you got any questions or comments, fire away. You guys know super chats will always take priority, but we'll try to read your comments as we go. Again, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Okay. Let's start this thing off. We're talking right out the gate here about Choose Arkansas. And I don't have my questions up in front of me. Give me a second here. Scroll. Here we go. All right. Really simple. Pretty obvious question. Where are you guys at right now? Like, how are things looking, Peyton?
Yeah, so we're at about $1,500, which compared to where the Pigpen Collective was at $2,500-ish for 3 months, like $1,500 in 3 days is pretty good. And we're still having those conversations and trying to get more people on board.
So you've already got a few athletes signed on, right?
Correct.
And those are
Jenna Lawrence for women's basketball. We have Morgan Price, gymnastics. And then we got another two also signed, one in tennis and another women's basketball player.
Already crushing it. I mean, that's a good start. And I know last time we talked, yeah, you were Pigpen.
I was going to ask what led to the change on that.
Okay, so there's two things that led to the change. The first one is I got invited to go down and talk to the front office before the Missouri game. And while talking to them, they said I was never going to have a contract that passed NIL Go while I only supported one university. So it was either go out and find another university to join with outside of the state, or we just go ahead and do all the universities in the state and kind of rebrand it that way and like have a neutral name. The second part to that is I met David Smith, who is the chair of Choose Arkansas, and he presented the idea of doing a partnership. He came up with the name Choose Arkansas as a generic name. It shows up on contracts. NCAA doesn't look at that as, Pigpen Collective is definitely only with the Razorbacks, right? It's more generic name. We go out, sign kids from other universities. Now we can sign Razorback players to whatever we want. So is either that or go outside the state, and we thought it was best to keep it in the state and just keep supporting all the kids in Arkansas.
Okay.
Let me hold on. Let's pull up the website really quick while we're here. What do you guys? Because I know you've done the koozies.
Mm-hmm.
What about like public appearances? Maybe setting up a table with a banner, doing stuff like that. Like, is that stuff that's kind of in the future? Going to Arkansas events, whether it be softball, baseball, obviously basketball. Like, is that something you guys are considering doing? Getting out more in the public?
I'm so happy you brought that up. So this weekend we're going to be in Conway. We got 4 football players coming to do autographs at the Conway Card Show. And then as far as other events, right now we are working on doing an event for the SEC tournament and an event for the Dallas when the Razorbacks go on Valentine's weekend to go play in Dallas those 3 games. So the goal of Nashville is to get John Daly's bar, of course.
Yeah.
And we're going to raffle off like a hotel, flights, and tickets for everybody that joins us, $25 or more a month. And then you can buy extra raffles at $25 each, trying to get like an incentive boost to like come on and join in. But we're hoping to have a pretty big party down in Nashville for Choose Arkansas.
I like the website here. I mean, it's pretty clear here. By fans, for fans. Choose Arkansas operates as a for-profit NIL platform offering fans exclusive content and access, providing businesses with strategic athlete marketing partnerships, and enabling student athletes to monetize their name, image, and likeliness through structured, compliant opportunities. Love that you threw that part in there because that definitely matters.
For anybody who might want to know, what are the 4 football players going to Conway?
Yeah, what's the day and time?
Travis wants to know because he wants to show up.
Yeah.
So let me pull it up so I don't mispronounce any of it right now. I got them in a group chat. So they're going to be there from 10 to 12. They texted me that today. We'll have a QR code. You got to pay us to pay them. They can't take it themselves. You would think NIL, they could take their own payments for an autograph. No, that's not how it works. But you have Preston Davis, Aaron Smith, Donovan Witten, and then the other one is Jonas Nates. If I mispronounced that, I apologize. But they're all in-state kids. They were willing to make the drive, and they were willing to come out and meet fans. As you know, I'll just be open about it. Like negotiating with bigger names, it's like you're gonna have to pay them to leave Fayetteville, and you're gonna have to pay them a lot. And $5 an autograph, right? Like we're trying to keep it cheap for the fans. We gave some of them a guarantee, like, hey, you're driving from NWA, like, hey, if you don't make this an autographs, like that's kind of the contract set up. But no, they wanted to come out and meet fans. They want to go out and do some nonprofit work with us in the future. Like these guys love Arkansas. They know what the university means. So just come out and support them. And if you can't be there, you can still go on the website. I'll put the QR code out, and you can even just put the $5 in there just to support them for coming down.
Nice. What was the day again? We got someone asking in chat.
It is this Saturday.
This Saturday, okay. And the time
the event is from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. They will get there at 10 and be there till noon.
Okay. All right. So, in your experience, I mean, I was curious about this, and feel free, if you don't want to answer the question, feel free to be like, I don't feel comfortable answering that. Have you guys tried to talk? I mean, the names you have on there, that's awesome. Have you reached out to some football players with names that fans would really know? Like, have you reached out to them? And if you have, what are those conversations usually like?
Yeah. So, well, right now, portal season.
Yeah.
As I told y'all before the show, I was talking to one that fans would really know, and now he's gone. So I had a deal. I had the contract sent to him. His guy was looking at it. So I'll say that. Like, I'm not going to throw out any names, but no, like, of course I want to get those people. It's just that the event is probably going to have to be closer to NWA, which I have an event coordinator. They do like wrestling events, and we're going to try to get them to those. We're going to try to do like a baseball night up in at the Naturals Stadium and try to get some bigger names there. But it's just, the kids don't want to drive 3.5 hours to Little Rock, Conway, whatever. And I know they just don't understand what it means to get out to the whole state compared to the kids that are from here. So it's a lot easier to get them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I have a suggestion. Have you thought about just throwing like massive tailgate parties every football game? You know what I mean? Like just yeah, something like that. To where just you want to get massive amounts of people to just run through there and be like, hey, at least look at us, take a sticker, take a burger, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely an idea we've thrown out. It's just gonna have that like football season for us is like really far out because we're thinking like this month, next month, like SEC tournaments are big. Like that's our 90-day win. Like I function like the Army does, right? You got your 30-day target, you got your 60-day target, you got your 90-day target, and anything after that, that's when it becomes the 90-day. Then we'll think about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine like you've probably had a lot of people throw like some suggestions out there. I think that's a good one. Doing
awesome.
Tailgates. I've gone to a basketball tailgate before, by the way. I don't know if you guys have ever actually been to one.
I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah, there was this is like 4 or 5 years ago. There was some fans that did one. It was it when Kentucky came to town? And they actually had quite a few people show up. I'd say there was probably a good 15, 20 people there. Ty Richardson from
ESPN Arkansas.
Yeah, ESPN Arkansas was there. Him and I talked for a little bit. But like it was literally just that group and no other tailgates happening. I always wonder, like, I get it. The basketball does happen in the colder part of the year, but I mean, my God, we've had high 60 weather, like why not crack open a, lot 56, go open up some beers, right? Get a grill going. Why not? Why don't we tailgate when it's warm for basketball?
We spent our warm winter with the off-site games, the neutral site games.
Yeah,
it's supposed to get in the 40s starting next week.
Yeah, so we'll see if it stays there. This weather's just been wild. So, last question, Peyton. What do you think? Like, again, you guys are doing a good job. I mean, it's not easy. I don't think people realize the struggles and the challenges that you have. And I know just from listening to you talk elsewhere, and obviously you've been on here before. This is your second time, I think, on Tusk Talk. It's a big challenge. What resources do you feel like you need, or maybe the next big thing to get you to that next level where, man, you guys, it's just like, it's a household name at some point in the state of Arkansas? Like, what do you think is that next big bump that you need, or even just resources to take this to a higher level?
Yeah, I think it's just people, like once the Pigpen people transition over to the new site, and then we can get some new members and some new businesses, like it will just start snowballing. I know, like we're doing a media tour right now. We're going Fox 16 with Courtney Mims this weekend. And then also as I start, like I got a meeting with the university in the morning to try to officially sign them under us. And once like all the littler schools start signing under us, and we get taken seriously in those bigger spaces, that will really help too. Because some people just don't think we're going to do it. It's David versus Goliath at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, establishing trust is half the battle. Getting people to go, because also like Arkansas fans haven't had a great time with NILs, even university tied ones, right? What was it? The one Razorback and forget the other one.
Yeah.
There's been several. Yeah. Edge. Yeah. I was an Edge member and I had no idea where any of that ever went.
Right. Yeah. So one question for me, like you said, you need to be a household name, but I see nothing other than you show up here and I think I saw you talk to Courtney the first time. So where can people find you socials wise? Yeah, because like you just talked about several events that you have going, but I am on socials quite a bit and I've never seen anything, and I'd like to be able to share it and help you out that way.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I'd really appreciate that. So on Facebook, we have a Facebook page that's just Choose Arkansas. On Instagram, it's Choose_Arkansas, and Twitter, I think, is also the same, Choose_Arkansas. Okay. So we post on there a lot. Like I'm trying to grow it. Like we're verified on there. Like I'm posting it out. It's I'm I went out and I'd go to tailgates and go to games that I could get to, and I'd pass out our little koozies and I'd get other people to do it. But it's a pretty big state and it's hard to get to everybody. And I think like the biggest hurdle is until everybody knows and at least can make a decision that either they're going to donate or they're not, then that's we haven't done our job till we got to everyone.
Well, again, it's a tall order. I think you've done a pretty good job. I mean, as far as like, you talk about the socials aspect of it, I think overall you're doing a great job. It's good to have someone care enough to take it this far, as I mentioned last time you were on. But yeah, you can follow him at choose_Arkansas, like you just mentioned. I mean, you're closing in on 1,000 followers, and you just started this in October, dude. I mean, I'll tell you, someone who has done, I've covered the Razorbacks for, I don't know, a while. I think it was 10 years ago in 2016 when I actually started this channel, and I think I have like 2,000 followers. Now, to be fair, I absolutely hate having to share on all these platforms. I don't ever post. I'm just not super active anywhere but Discord and on this channel. And I know that's I need to get better at that. And these two will tell you that I need to get better at doing that. But
no, what he needs to get is an intern, dude.
No,
I need to get an intern.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. I need to go hire
a social media intern, dude. Just firing off
but,
everything.
But speaking on that, yeah, we also have a TikTok. I feel like I should mention that. It's just Choose Arkansas. I'd never had a TikTok till now, and I'm trying.
Yeah, me too.
You got to do the dances. Do the dances, and maybe that'll help. I don't know. I mean, I have a TikTok too, and I never talk about it. I posted one little goofy sketch or something that I did, and that's it. Like I don't know. I'm becoming my dad is what's happening.
I hate TikTok.
I freaking hate all these platforms. I hate them. The boomers on Facebook, they get mad at my titles and my videos. I'm so tired of dealing with these people. I don't even read their comments anymore. I just don't. I'm cranky. I want to be here and that's it. I just want to do my job, talking to a microphone, talking about the Razorbacks, and that's it. I don't want to have to keep up with all this shit. Mm-hmm. But you're doing a good job, man. Again, you're already closing in on 1,000 total followers on Twitter alone or on X.
Hey, Peyton, by the way, when you get to that point in life and you need billboards in Northwest Arkansas, let me know because I got a buddy who has a ton of them.
I thought you were going
Hey, send me the contact.
Yeah, I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
I thought you were
going digital. Yeah, you thought I was being stupid, huh? No,
I thought
professional.
We have a boomer joke, honestly.
We have a guest. Jesus, man. No.
Careful,
no, I got a buddy who owns Ashley Media, and they have tons of billboards, digital billboards, the whole nine. Digital billboards are way cheaper, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we're looking into that now. Like if I have a contact, that's great.
Yeah.
While we're on that subject, I will say that for businesses, right? Like Choose Arkansas just makes more sense because I mean you're a business owner, right? You got this garage company.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're marketing to the entire state of Arkansas where you do business, you do a Razorback player. Well, only NWA is really getting a lot of that advertisement. But if you got like an A-State kid, well, now you're in the Jonesboro market.
That's true.
Smart.
That's a good point.
The Euler market, and then so you can kind of branch out, and it's so cheap to just roll that over and try to do it in every market. So that's kind of like how we are positioning ourselves to businesses. Right now, it's like we'll put your logo on the website, and just like we'll try to we're not going to say the worst thing we're going to say is no. You just bring us an idea, and we'll try to make it happen.
Yep. Sounds pretty reasonable to me. Well, all right. So again, this is Choose Arkansas. We're giving you an update here on Choose Arkansas, and I've been meaning to reach out. There's several people I need to reach out to and get them on here. But I have been meaning to reach out to you to bring you back on to get an update, really ever since this new website popped up. But I want to do this too because we got to have this. Like this needs to be a thing, and I realize you're not exclusive to just Arkansas, like you told us earlier, like you explained it. But the state of Arkansas needs this, and Arkansas needs a little extra support. Now we're about to segue into the money part of this, as far as Razorback football and what's going on with the portal, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. But it's also nice to have something like Choose Arkansas in that back pocket. So that's why. Hey guys,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was say no excuses because I just took 15 seconds and followed on Instagram and TikTok. So
there you go.
I mean, it really took nothing.
Yeah, I think I follow him on Twitter already.
You're being asked about Jonathan Brewer says, guys, we need him connected with David Basil on the radio. I'm sure you've reached out to some of these.
So Alyssa Orange is right now my media manager for everything above like the people I already have contacted. So she's just been sending me shows. I did a recording today for one of the ESPNs up in NWA. So just be looking out. Like we're going to be on everything. It's really blowing up.
That's awesome, man.
That's good. That's awesome. Yeah. Alyssa's good people too.
I was going to say that's a good person to have doing your media.
For sure. She's working alongside Bo Mattingly too, I think, with Chuck and Bo doing, I think she's covering high school athletics or something in the
state. As long as you play nice with the university, I'm sure they'll be willing to help you.
I could tell you a thing or two about that.
I know you could.
All right. Well, we're going to segue this into the money portion in Arkansas in the portal. What's going on? Again, Peyton, I know you've got stuff going on. If you just whenever you need to leave, just say your goodbyes, or if you want to stick around and talk this out. Also, if you want to get in on this conversation, you are more than welcome, my friend. Let's get into, is the money there, fellas? Arkansas, and this will be followed up by all the news with all the commitments. But if you look at how Arkansas has surged up the transfer portal rankings, I was going to grab some media pieces of people like Mike Irwin saying that, well, it doesn't look like the money is there. Like we don't have that. We have a boost in money, but it's not top half of the SEC money. We've got Peyton Hillis apparently calling it all propaganda. Which just seems so, like the most Peyton Hillis thing to say. He's not been real thrilled with the University of Arkansas lately, and I get it. A decade plus of being a little, less than average will get you there, and especially I don't think he's the biggest Hunter Yurachek fan either. What do you guys make of this? Again, we're going to go down the list of names here in a minute. We'll segue into that, but we could start with Tim. I don't know. I know some of you might be a little bit behind on some of these names, but surely you've looked at that list and you see where Arkansas is ranked. Kind of feels like they're heading in the right direction, Tim.
I'm still digging into it, but I came across the rankings right out of the gate today with Arkansas at number 8 on On3 and number 13 on 24/7 Sports. I kind of feel like it's hard to say the money's not there if we're a top 10 or top 15 portal class. Tell me how that happens, Ty.
Look, I'll say this. The last couple of portal classes, you can go far. You can go all the way back to when the portal first opened. Yeah, there were times when Arkansas was like top 8 in the country. And then as the dust settled, they start to drop. They start to come down a little bit, and that's just because other schools start. You got teams in the playoffs, and then you're waiting on those players too that are either going to declare for the draft or they're going to declare or they're going to go to the portal. So this takes time. We got a long ways to go. Remember, they have this time frame to hop in the portal. You could sign them after spring camp. So it is going to be kind of a, I don't know. I don't want to say cross that bridge when we get there scenario in terms of where Arkansas will actually land. But this is one of the strongest starts they've had in a couple of years in the portal. I don't remember if last year they were in the top 8 at any point. Now I think On3. I know they've kept up with the portal. Maybe last year was the first year they actually had a portal ranking. When On3 is fairly new, because you had Rivals, and now they bought out Rivals, and then you had 247.
I like Rivals too.
Yeah, yeah. I dig On3. I have a subscription. I guess now I have a Rival subscription. But yeah, so it's to me, this screams when you talk about the additions to the coaching, like they're going to end up, I think, with more coaches than what they had under Pittman, maybe at any given point.
Got more, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they do. And then when you look at where they're at, flipping the in-state 4-star kids, talking about in-state kids, right? Flipping those 2 4-stars, they actually ended up grabbing 4 more in-state kids, but 2 of them were 4-stars. And now this, and you're going to tell me you don't think that they might be, I don't know, top 7, top 8 in spending? I don't know. It certainly seems like the evidence is there. And listen, I'm a big Peyton Hillis guy. All right. Nothing like watching the White Rhino run people over in the NFL and Ray Lewis bitching about him. I love it. But He might. I don't know. I think he's just a little. He's still just not happy with Hunter Yurchek in the athletic department. It's hard to blame him or anybody for that matter. But this, again, we're going to talk about these names, but these are some pretty good names who I know you had to drop the bag for, and you don't do that. And now, again, what if this is it? Right now, maybe everyone else is a bunch of unheard of transfer portal prospects and they're not really that highly, the NIL grab isn't really there, or the money isn't really there, or if we talk in Tennessee terms, the McDonald's bag isn't really there. So I don't know. Maybe listen, there's still some big names that we're waiting on. So to me, the evidence is pretty clear. They have at least top 8 money right now. It seems to be the case. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Travis,
that's kind of what Yurachek said, though, wasn't it? It's like he said we have upper half of the SEC money.
Yeah, well, that's what everyone's. That's the debate that everybody's having right now, right? Is that he had said that you'll see, because he was asked by the media, when will we see the evidence that that those hypothetical dollars are there? Yeah. And his response was, well, you'll see it in the coaching staff. So people took that as, oh, well, so we're going to get like what? Gene Chizik to come coach the defense,
right?
Muschamp, and instead what we got you got who you got as a defense coordinator. I think it's a decent hire.
I thought Ron Roberts was a good hire.
Ron Roberts is a good hire, especially when you kind of do a little digging on his background and what he's kind of known for, laying down a blueprint for the defense and everything.
You got a better coordinator set up than Clemson does.
Hey, your toss up there.
Hey, did you hear about that?
Could we pay good coaches or could we pay Chad Warren for round 2?
I wonder what they're paying him.
Probably nothing. Red Bull. You know what I mean? They're giving him Red Bull. And
they're going to name all the left lanes in South Carolina after him, maybe. So he can hammer down the left lane in Carolina.
Something funny.
And I do have one perspective. This is probably all I'm going to say, and then I'm probably going to get off the air. But, I texted Biddy today, and he was pretty busy. So, maybe more's coming in.
Biddy shout out.
Yeah. Right. But I would just playing devil's advocate to the situation. Maybe we've just gotten smarter at how we've used our money.
That's also a possibility.
Dude, the talent evaluation is the biggest thing. That guy we brought in from Arizona is probably the biggest hire we had. Yeah. Because of the talent evaluation we had before was terrible.
Yeah. You're not giving Talon $2 million this year, right? You're getting 2 decent quarterbacks for quality quarterbacks for a lot cheaper. Mm-hmm. I think the money is you have the same amount of money, maybe more rev share got brought over there. And then, you have a little bit more than you had, but they're just probably using more bang for the buck. So I will say, once you get to that second or third string, it might not be as quality, but at least the first string is going to look legit for the SEC.
Well, and I'll tell you, if that is the approach, if it's true, okay, so then now we're kind of on the other half of that argument, which is they don't have the upper, they don't have top 8. I'm not saying that you're saying that, but that would probably be where that conversation ends up leading to, which is that, well, they're just being smarter because they don't have the top 8 money. So that is the case. And you start seeing a sacrifice. Listen, right now they were defensive heavy, right? The last 24 hours, it's been all defensive players outside of the, Platt, who said he's going to come back. Now I'm sure there's some renegotiation there for him. And you want him back, by the way. You want him back. And then Collins, who's the defensive end. But if you sacrifice based on the depth, well, again, the saying on this show has been what for 5 years? Quality depth matters. Yep. So if you don't have that quality depth and you're just banking on some of these guys who, by the way, some of these guys are not really proven. They're big names because they were either former, highly rated 4-stars out of high school, or maybe they did a little damage their 1 year that they got, where they had an impact, but they're not really super. I was looking at it. I was looking at the snap counts. Some of these guys don't have a lot of snap counts. You're talking 200, 300, 400 snap counts. And last year, they were grabbing guys that had 1,000+ snap counts. They just sucked. So it's trying to find that balance. You get someone who's an upperclassman who's got a bunch of snaps under their name. And by the way, they had a huge impact their time at that previous school. Right now, I would say it's it's a good mix. It's a healthy mix of these two things where you've got guys that are just kind of unproven but high ceilings. And then you do have a couple of guys that have a whole bunch of snaps. By the way, if you're DMing me right now, I'm sorry, I'll get to it in just a second.
I know they're blowing me up on there too.
Yeah, I'm getting some DMs. I don't know what this is about.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Thank you for letting me come on.
Appreciate you for coming on. Take it easy, Peyton.
Thank you.
So yeah, I hope that's not the route. Like I want them to be careful with their money. Yeah, be smart. You want to get the most bang for your buck. But also like you probably are just going to have to shell out some big dollars for some of these guys.
I think they're doing a little bit of both, you know?
Yeah.
They could, if they use their head and they do the correct talent evaluation, I think they're going to be all right. But they're doing a little bit of both because they're bringing in some guys that we're like, you know, haven't done a lot of that over the last few years.
Listen, I don't know. Mike Washington's a good example, you know, of someone who, you know what, his PFF numbers weren't even that great. And of course he ends up being, you know, one of the top running backs in the SEC, you know, the most difficult conference. And I still think is the most difficult conference of college football. And they obviously got a lot out of him. I don't think he was a high dollar NIL. I don't remember hearing that he was a high dollar NIL get. You got to remember he played 2 years or 3 years at Buffalo? Was it Buffalo?
Yeah,
and
there's a New Mexico State.
And then New Mexico State.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then you did bring in Julian Neal. Julian Neal was, I mean, he was out of Fresno State for 3 years. PFF numbers were actually pretty good. His tackle grade was 78. He ended up on the year at almost 86 on his tackle grade. He actually went north, and he only missed on his I think he ended up with like 50-something tackles. He only missed 5.6% of his tackles. So he kind of lived up to it. And that's a pretty good evaluation. Now, I think Neal was man,
he was
there's
an
been so many
anomaly for
players.
us, though. He was such an anomaly because all we heard about was how fast and how big these corners were. Every corner could run 22 miles an hour, and they were all 6'2", and you couldn't throw over them. Yeah. And it turned out Julian Neal was the only one who had any skill.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they did a great job, but you hit a home run with Julian Neal and Mike Washington.
I hope they do away with the mile per hour.
Rohan Jones, by the way, was a huge hit out of the portal, and so you just never know. That's why I try not to judge players out of, you know, these smaller schools. I try not to. Sometimes you can't help it, you know, because you kind of go down their list of schools that they played against, and you're like, yeah, okay, you know. What are we talking about here? You know, you played in Nevada and San Diego State. San Diego State off and on is pretty good, but to sum that up, I believe wholeheartedly that they are in the top 8 or somewhere floating around the top 10. Let's just say this: they're definitely better than where they're at before money-wise.
I was gonna say we're better than we were last year, so.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, if we end up in 8 to 15, versus prior years, that's amazing for a 1-year turnaround.
Coming off 2-10, especially.
Jonathan, coming off 2-10, that's the key, right?
Dude. Yeah.
Guys, I've already told you the dude we hired from Arizona, the GM, is a mastermind when it comes to putting rosters together. He is good at evaluating talent.
Yep. Looking like it. Yeah. Well, not looking like it, but he's putting a good roster together currently, is what I'm saying.
So far, I mean, again, these it's hard to look at these names and just be like, oh, that's a so-and-so. Like, they're all pretty good, you know, pretty good additions.
We were griping about it yesterday, and then boom, 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 boom.
I mean, that's part of what makes this feel different is they came out, they said, we've got the money, and Silverfield is like, we're going to blow you away with what we're putting together. And then we had a couple of days where we're like, what are you putting together? Like, it felt like disappointment out the gate. Like you tripped on your way out the gate. But then all of a sudden yesterday, it's like, hey, we actually do know what we're doing.
Well, yesterday was strong, but it wasn't an indication that
I got pissed off about the Kern thing.
Well, and we're gonna have to talk about the Kern thing too here in just a second. But it wasn't because, I mean, I was telling you earlier today, like, I think the name of this show is going to be "Where's the Money" or something. Like, I wasn't blown away, and I was kind of not that I was expecting to be blown away, but there was no indication. there was no indication that they were what, because again, like you mentioned, Silverfield had said they want to win now. Like he's said multiple times, we're not here to do this in 2 or 3 years. We want to turn it around now. Now, the question is, and this could be the post-live chat question. I know we're still building this roster. Since we just started a new cycle, I'll make this worth I'll make it worth 1,000 XP. We just started a new cycle. So 1,000 XP.
Ty's bag is small.
My bag is small. Oh, well, it is right now.
Ty's not giving out the big bag.
Yeah, not yet. Not until we get a little later into the cycle for sure. I'm broke right now with XP. I can't just. You guys want me to print this XP? We're going to devalue the XP, right? That's how this works.
Ty's like, I'll give you 100 XP to answer this question.
Yeah, 1,000 XP is a lot early in a. I'm just saying that's a lot early in a cycle. By the way. But the question is with the current roster, and again, we know they're going to add more names. Visit list is going to build, and the commits are going to build, or the signees are going to build. We're still waiting to hear about some players coming and going. You can argue this is probably too early to say, but for funsies, okay. With the current roster as it is, and who we know they've signed, are they there yet for you to say that's an SEC roster? And I would. Well, is it an SEC roster that can compete and win more than a couple of games? I'll make it easy. You can answer that however you want. And you two can answer that question right now. Okay. I mean, based on what we know with this roster, I know Travis is going to ask me about 1,000 questions here.
No, I'm not.
About the roster.
I'm not.
Come on, Travis. Answer this question.
I mean, I think I could answer some of it.
I think we're getting there.
Do you think? Okay.
I still think we need a transfer quarterback, like a senior quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know if those guys are ready to play yet, man.
I don't know.
And we need some damn linemen for sure.
And that's kind of why I wanted. That's the root. That's as we unpeel this onion. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like, what areas do you think are like, no, we're not there yet in this area?
Lineman and wide receiver.
Lineman and wide receiver.
I don't think we're there at wide receiver yet. We haven't found the guy yet. But hopefully, either one of these quarterbacks don't need one guy.
Yeah.
Because Taylor in the last couple of years, that was always his what's the word I'm looking for? It was always his problem. There's finding that one guy. Like, it was Armstrong. When Armstrong left, it was Omega. Even if they're in a bad spot, he's like, I'm not throwing to anybody but that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I know they're in on Malcolm Simmons. 4-star wide receiver out of Auburn, 6 foot. I think he's like 190 pounds. He was a former 4-star out of high school as well, and he's maintained the 4 stars. And he's got like 70 catches, I think, in his career at Auburn, 5 touchdowns. He's got a 91-yard reception under his belt, along with a 57-yarder. He had the 91 this year. So 25 catches in 25 for 457 yards. I don't know what happened between 24 and 25, because in 24 he had 40 catches for 451 yards for 3 touchdowns, and then 25.
Did you see that Charleston Collins is staying?
Yeah,
I did not see that until right now.
Yeah, Collins is staying.
Sorry.
So they, you look at you look at someone like that. Maybe they can bring him in and he could be that star. So you're not sold on Hill, the quarterback from Memphis.
I think Hill's good, and he was ranked higher than Iamaleava, by the way, in that class. I don't know. Hill might be awesome. I've never seen him play. He's young though, man. What does he have? 4 years of eligibility?
Yeah, he should have. I think he does have 4 years of eligibility.
Dude, he might be awesome. I don't know.
He only completed 50% of his throws, but he only threw
he didn't play very much.
I'm sorry, it's 59% of his throws. I don't know why I have that.
I know when he got to Memphis, they were talking about that kid was the future. And the only leg up I think he has right now on KJ is that he already knows the offense.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. And by the way, he is considered a pocket passing quarterback. He's not a dual threat runner like KJ Jackson is.
Yeah.
He's also not left-handed.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys a little bit ago. Whenever they announced Morris on the Clemson's page, I commented on it and I said, "Full tail boogie douchebag."
I saw that.
And then guess who liked it?
Yeah, it was
Klubnik. What the hell?
Oh my god,
that was the best, bro. Because he's like, "Yeah, I'm out of there, dude." It was pretty great. Because you
That's
can't. The
hilarious.
likes aren't public, so these guys can like stuff, and they're like, "No one's gonna know except that guy. And that guy's gonna know." Turns out that guy's on podcast, and he's got a big mouth.
That's funny.
Oh
my god! Turns out he's
you're wrong neighborhood.
They're telling you need to check Patreon.
I don't have time. I can't.
He's been busy.
Things.
He's been busy. Yeah,
I do need to check Patreon because I've been so out of the loop. I'm serious. These guys have been committing. I'm like, who the hell's that guy? Sweet, like
just
that's
pull up.
Last couple days have went.
Pull up portal commits, man. I've got it all right there. Got all their stats, their stars, their got additional little tidbits of information on them. I've got little notes on some of them. So yeah, I mean, kicking ass in there as much as I can. But yeah, like today, I had to step away from Discord for a few hours, and I was like, listen, there's going to be more commits as I'm gone. I'm going to do my best to keep up with the commits, but it's impossible to keep up with targets right now because so many of these guys are having these, like, they're just popping up with, oh, by the way, Arkansas offered, and it's like, who the hell is this? I got to go through and do my research and all that. So I'm probably a little bit behind. I know I'm behind on targets. But yeah, the commit page will continue to fill up, man. We're waiting on, we're waiting right now. Obviously, Malcolm Simmons, 4-star. Where's the other one? Donovan Fopel out of New Mexico State. Hearing really good things about him. 6'1", 200-pound receiver. I think he's already visited Arkansas. Only 4 drops last year, and he caught 61 passes for close to 700 yards, 7 touchdowns. They like him a lot. Now, I think he's probably visiting at a couple of schools. Chris Bracey, safety out of Memphis. Excellent run stopper. I mean, that's what he is. His run defense grade is through the roof. And then there's the corner, whose name just keeps slipping my mind, but we've been talking about him in Discord for Patreon chat for the last couple of days. Lakai Rowland out of Maryland. This dude, like Ohio State's all over him. Now, I think Ohio State's targeting a few guys, and it might be one of those things where if Rowland isn't their number one, maybe he's a backup option for him. But from what I understood, Ohio State, he was the guy. Now he is only a 3-star in the portal rankings. But I'm telling you guys, these portal rankings are some of them are just garbage. Like I don't understand on both ends whether I think they're rated too high or they're rated too low. And I think he's rated too low. If they could get Lakai Rowland, it also sounded like he was asking for a pretty. Well, his agency, whatever, it's going to cost some money to bring someone like him here. And obviously that should be just assumed when Ohio State's in the mix. So we'll see if they can get him to Arkansas, but I don't have anything on him right now, but it looked promising.
I want Nitro Tuggle.
Only because of the name.
Badass.
Only because of the name, yeah. So there are some names to keep an eye on here on that portal target page for Patreon supporters in Discord, and we're trying to move some of those over to the public part too. By the way, I'm trying to move some of those to the main chat.
Quit being a poor and buy Patreon.
It's $4, man.
$4, dude,
and you get access
more for that you pay more than that for Hogs Plus, man. Come on.
It's that you get access to the commit page. Now you got to be $8 status or higher. That's only because of we've had some issues with a couple of green names that were taking information off of our Discord page. So
we don't stop posting stuff when we start losing. That's the downside of Hogs Plus, dude. They just stop. The whole follow is over. It's like the roadblock.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a thing called the follow. Anytime when they fired Pittman, they went, they just stopped the whole show. I ain't seen nothing since. And I'm like, come on, we wanted to see Petrino in there just losing his mind because they were losing every game.
Yeah, can't compete with Ohio State, man. We're broke if we can't do that.
Dude, I don't know. Texas probably has trouble competing with Ohio State, guys. I'll be honest. Not only do they have a lot of money, they have. And not only do they have a lot of money, they're established and they're in it every damn year.
Yeah. For sure. I don't know how many battles Arkansas has because there were a couple of players over the years they've competed with Ohio State. I don't think they've won any of them that I can think of off the top of my head.
Despite Bielema's best efforts.
Well, I was talking more portal, but for Pittman. So far, this is from Tonka Todd. So far, very impressed with both the portal targets and the portal signings. No blue light specials. All are high quality players. That's right. Hey, make sure Tonka Todd and all you guys, make sure you like, share, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the notification bell. I will be live for the post game. I don't know if you two are going to be here for the post game or not, but you're more than welcome to join me.
No.
What about where'd it go? It's Jelver, says Kerper. He's Captain Sarcasm. I don't know that he says anything ever that's not sarcastic. I don't care about how much they spend or who they bring on from the portal or from where. Okay. I expect 6 wins, all caps. I don't expect 10-2, but 3, 4, or 5 wins is unacceptable, all caps.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I see what you're saying. I thought you were going, we're getting 6 wins no matter who we get. I don't give a damn.
Oh, you thought I was going to go that route. You thought I was going to go that route with it.
No, I see what you're saying. I agree. 6-6. Yeah,
you asked if we thought we were competitive right now or if we still need more. We were competitive last year.
That's super fair.
How many games did we lose by 1 score? We were competitive.
Yeah, when I say competitive, I mean wins.
We won't win. But that's the thing. We should have. Dumb fumbles, bad interceptions,
bad coaching.
The talent was there to win 8 games.
I agree.
The coaching was not there to win 8 games.
When we talk about how bad they did in the portal last year, I mean, some of these guys just did not work out. Some, especially in the secondary. I don't know what happened at linebacker this last season. Seemed to be at some points just almost as bad as the secondary. Either guys
had 3 layers of trash defense.
It was just D-line. The offense was almost so good it could overcome the worst defense that we may have ever fielded.
That's the point.
History.
That's the point right there. That's the point. They spent their good money on the offense. And that's what I was talking about earlier when we were talking about being smart with our money. And I get that you want to do that. But if it's the other end of that argument that we don't have top half money and you got to be smart with it, it's not what Hog fans want to hear. And so that means, you're not going to have quality depth. This defense did not have quality depth anywhere.
No.
Anywhere. Their starters weren't worth a damn. I mean, let's just call it like it is. And I do agree that also is a reflection of coaching as well. Yeah. But on offense, you actually had decent depth. Decent depth.
The guys were out of position on defense. They couldn't cover. They didn't play. And that did come down to coaching. It wasn't a complete lack of talent on the defensive side. It was a lack of coaching. Because, you have some expectation that if you made it to this level, you should be able to perform with some coaching.
And then the coach,
they obviously were fast. They obviously were tall, but they couldn't tackle, and they were out of position constantly, and tried to arm tackle or bump tackle way too much. And that's coaching. I mean, it really is. It's coaching.
Tickle me, Elmo.
I think we're competitive. Whether we'd win more than 2 games, I don't know, but I think we should be competitive even right now.
Well, we got a better schedule this year than we've had recently also. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than it has been.
I was going to say, I don't know if you want to I mean, we
better hope Kane Archer ain't playing for Utah because that dude's probably pissed right now.
Oh, man.
Did you listen to that the other day?
I have not had a chance to listen to that.
Man.
I wanted to make it a topic, but I just have not had time to listen.
He's not happy, bro, at all.
Well, not happy about what?
He just got an Arkansas offer. He didn't even get out like a real offer.
Well, I have it on good authority. I'd never watched the guy. Listen, I didn't. I know I'm gonna get ripped up in chat here probably. But I've heard from a fairly reliable source who does follow high school football really hard that the knock on him is that he doesn't have a good deep ball.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And that was something that they had to look at.
And say, 3 head coaches for the Razorbacks to not not take him.
Yeah, I mean,
Pittman could have done it. Petrino could have done it. Silverfield could have done it.
and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's true, but that's what I was told. Is they evaluated him, and he did some great things in high school football, but they felt like his deep ball in the college game isn't there. That's what I was told. So.
I feel like they could have just brought him in at least and like we're gonna third string him and develop.
But he's one. Look, he's a top quarterback in the state in high school.
He's on record the other day going, man, it's not even about money. I wanted to offer.
It's not about money till it is. That's what
fair.
I'm saying.
That's fair.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, it's what I've been told. Like I said, I haven't watched it. I really don't know. I've had conflicting reports on Kane Archer for like 2-3 years.
You really need to watch that interview, dude.
I guess I need to.
He just sat down him, the new Courtney from the dude. What's his name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
The guy sits down with Mike.
Yeah.
Him, Peyton, and Kane Archer did a hour-long sit-down interview. It's pretty interesting.
Well, I can't speak to whether or not he's worth a damn or not. As far as like, is he really SEC worthy or not? I know that Utah thought that he was P4 worthy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If you know what, if he's good enough, well, by God, you have a transfer portal.
That's true.
And so if
let him develop on someone else's dime.
I mean, exactly. Does he talk about in that interview? Does he talk? I mean, you said he'd do it for free, but does he mention money at all with Utah? Did they talk about like maybe an offer?
And he got offered from Nebraska a bunch of money too. He didn't say the school, but I know of the school because I heard from someone else.
Well, so I don't know. I mean, I wish him the best, man. I want all the Arkansas kids to go out and ball. I really do.
About some of these kids we did get though.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Chris, so we can segue this way. I feel better after today, especially about the defensive line. Yeah, I was gonna read this one really quick. Jonathan Brewer said, "Guys, please don't trash them." Talking about the defense, they were on the field so much they didn't have a chance. They didn't have a chance on defense. Not only that they didn't have any backups,
they did play a lot.
They did, and that's fair. But I mean, listen. It was early in games when they were trashed too. This was not a scenario where they're out of breath at the end of the first
game. Right. No.
Yeah. I mean, it just wasn't it wasn't what we thought we were going to get. I think we knew or had a pretty good idea. I know I did, that the secondary didn't have depth. It was one of the things I complained about. And people were telling me I was wrong. I'm like, no, I don't think I am. They don't have depth. I don't know what's going on here. So, we're not here to like trash them just to trash them. But they weren't good when given the opportunity. They couldn't get off the field. That includes the first quarter. That includes the second quarter, the first half. I mean, they just weren't good. Now, it's also possible these guys are going to transfer out and go ball out somewhere else. And maybe they'll, again, I think that's just a reflection.
Happened with Satania for sure.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, well, you're talking about an offensive player there. Yeah, Satania was fantastic at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And he really, man, I'm going to be real. He kind of made Petrino look silly. I mean, really, I don't know how else to put that. I mean, he was incredible at Oklahoma. He looked good. He looked really good at OU. Shout out to him. Wish he could have done that here, but he didn't. Okay.
But one more comment here. MJ 501. If you think to put KJ in was bad, could you imagine put Kane in, crowd?
Oh man.
Day one. No matter who starts, KJ Jackson, AJ Hill,
where's Kane at?
They throw a pick, put Kane in.
Kane's just got himself branded well in Arkansas.
He does because of the viral videos on TikTok.
Yep.
I mean,
smart.
Listen, he outgrew players. From what I understood, he was like usually the tallest player on the field in like 9th and 10th grade. He was one of the taller players on the field, and it turns out he was only like 6 foot or 6'1". That's not to hate on him. He can't help his size, okay? But like, I think that's where some of this came from. Well, wait, this kid's like 6'15". He's already 6 foot, 6'1". I mean, I understand, and those hype videos on TikTok are fantastic. You can make anybody look great on TikTok. Okay. Again, I'm not bashing Kane. He might be freaking awesome. I don't know. But yeah, you can hide some things. It's kind of like when old Gam Gam is putting up her picture on Facebook and she's got all the glamour on her face. You know, I mean, you can put a lipstick on a pig. Not saying Kane Archer is that. I do think I've seen plenty of his highlights. He does look pretty impressive. Yeah. So I don't know. At the end of the day, there's got to be something behind it why they didn't offer him. I don't know what else to say.
Apparently his coach was asleep.
Josh Huffman said, where did Travis Williams end up? I believe he's a linebackers coach at A&M.
Yep, linebacker coach. That's right. Hogs, huge portal week. Now, we've kind of already touched on some of this. Fellas, it's a pretty good week, man. I mean, it started off a little slow, but Jaheim Johnson out of Tulane, I am all over that, man. There's two other corners I think they're going to they've got a shot at getting that are going to probably match Jaheim Johnson just in terms of where I'm at with him. Like, wow, really, really good gets. Jaheim Johnson is him out of Tulane. That dude is fantastic. They got Jamonta Waller, who's a top 10 edge rusher out of high school. His size is all over the place. Some people say he's like 6 foot, other have him at like 6'2". Don't know his official height, but he seems a little undersized. If they're going to put him on the grass, they're going to put him on like as a defensive end. I think he's going to be more of an off-ball linebacker. Kamori House out of UNC, leading tackler at North Carolina.
Teammate of Tay Lockett, I believe.
Who? Which one?
Kamori
House,
I believe, is a former teammate or something of Tay Lockett.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, maybe that had something to do with it. Steven Souls out of Kentucky, really good. Go watch his highlights. Really good player. And then Hunter Osborne out of Virginia, who I think initially signed at Alabama as a 4-star, transferred after 1 year at Bama to Virginia. He was a 4-star transfer prospect. Again, some of these rankings, I don't know. He might be a 4-star portal guy. I think the fact that he was a 4-star, highly sought after 4-star, and went to Alabama probably influenced his portal ranking. I like where they're going with this. The defense needed help, and they're doing it. 3 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, and 3 defensive backs so far. Obviously, we know that the 4-star linebacker that Arkansas picked up last year went to Kentucky. I can't believe I'm blanking on his name right now. That's good. The linebacker out of Arkansas that went to Kentucky.
Tavion Wallace.
Tavion Wallace. That's him. Yeah. So you're missing some pieces of the linebacker room. I mean, they've had a lot of linebackers transfer out, not just him. And like I don't think they're done at linebacker. I think they're going to have to add some more there. Definitely going to need more defensive linemen. And I mean, they're not done. They're not done. So
I need some O linemen ASAP, bro.
They've only got one right now signed. 1 receiver, 2 running backs, 1 quarterback. So we had kind of
going after him in runs. I don't know.
It
seemed really offensive at first, and then it was real defense heavy.
Yeah,
maybe they bounce back.
I've got something I'm supposed to send you, by the way. Don't let me forget, Travis. Okay. Steven Souls out of Kentucky. Really good grades. Pass rush grade is through the roof. One of the notes that I have on him, again, this is Steven Souls, 6'2", 235, off-ball linebacker, edge rusher. Promising pass rusher, had an absolute ball game versus Toledo. He had a couple sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 0 missed tackle rate. Also had 2 sacks versus Auburn and 1 versus Texas. Does have an issue with missing tackles a little bit. He had 30% of his tackles were missed. But he is a very promising edge rusher. He's got, I think, career-wise, he's at like 5.5 sacks. This is someone, from what I understand, he was definitely he was a must-get for them out of the portal, high priority. They also added Shelton Lewis. Was this today? Yeah, Shelton Lewis, corner out of Clemson. He gave up 7 of 8 targets for 98 yards. He has 400 career snaps in 3 seasons. Clemson, he's probably the one, if you're going to ask me, like, who do you have the most questions about? It would probably be Shelton Lewis. To be fair, I haven't done a super duper deep dive on him. But listen, as a freshman, he was really good. He had 7 passes defended as a freshman, 2 picks, 51 yards, and a touchdown in 2023 at Clemson. So, like, there's some promise there with him. But the last couple of years, he's kind of been in a downward. I think he's also dealt with some injuries too. I'm not, again, 1,000% sure on that. But yeah, I mean, I like what they're doing lately. I just hope, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, they got to keep it going. It cannot be a situation where, okay, these are our starters, and then we're gonna get whoever, and that's probably going to be the case, though. I mean, it probably is. I don't know. With
if
some
they
of these
do
guys,
enough evaluation on the front end, that won't be that big of a problem.
well, but you still got to have depth, though, right?
No, I just mean like these are our starters, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, we've been stuck in that. Pittman probably wouldn't even be fired right now if the guys he brought in, and he was like, oh, these are going to be my starters, and they were actually evaluated correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, it did seem like they were just throwing out offers there, especially towards the halfway through the portal. We're going to know again. I think the real tell about whether or not they have that money, where they're top 8, whatever it is in the conference, it'll be like the offers that come in over the course of the next 10 days. Like, I think that's when we're going to know kind of where they're at. Again, like we were talking about the new GM, where'd he come from? Was it Arizona?
Yeah, they did pretty good. They beat Arizona State the last game of the year too.
So they say that the evaluation that he did was incredible. So maybe it is going to be some more 3-star guys with low PFF numbers, and they're just going to be, they're just going to fit the scheme. I have a hard time, and not that I'm saying that this guy's that he's bad. We've had such a short time with the portal and the NIL to really know how good someone is with building a roster. Like, can he do that year after year after year? Right? Like,
I mean, most people's best year is their first one, though.
You mean head coaches or?
Yeah, the biggest portal classes are usually their first year.
Well,
because they have all the hype, the energy. They have no failure documented.
Yeah, and they're typically coming from a good situation too,
mm-hmm.
which is why they ended up at where they ended up. Like Penn State right now has they're the number one class. Yeah,
they took the whole damn class, dude.
Yeah, Iowa State's the
fans are team.
Fans are probably livid. Like,
I'd be madder than hell, man.
24 commitments, and I think like 90% of them are all from Iowa State.
It's like building someone a house and being like, hey, man, appreciate you guys. And they're like, thanks, man. And then you start taking the sheetrock down and the insulation and the electrical wires, and you pack it in your car.
Yeah.
Like, I'll see y'all later, man. Enjoy sucking.
Well, I mean, did we not basically do that to Memphis?
Sort of, not to that extent.
They didn't have 24 guys worth taking, but
we're taking the furniture out of the house. We're not taking the walls with us. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That's a good analogy. You've been sitting on that all day, haven't you? That was good. I like that. Oklahoma State's doing the same thing in North Texas.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, it's like
it's bad, man. It's these whole teams. Think about it, man. If you're a kid who played in like D2 or at a FCS level or something, you get an opportunity to play in the SEC or the Big 12. You're like, hell yeah, I'm going, coach. Let's go, dude.
Well, especially if you're getting some money dropped on you. I don't know that, because I think On3 is a little bit more strict on their rankings with Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State's actually behind us on On3.
They should be.
Yeah. The quarterback they give a 5-star rating to, and I'm like, yeah, but would you give him that rating if he wasn't playing under Morris? Like,
right.
I've seen enough of him play where it's like, yeah, he's really good, but the level of competition is just not there for me to give him 5 stars.
I still think Oklahoma State's going to probably be pretty good next year.
Oh yeah. Well, it's the Big 12. I'm sorry. I don't know that we should even consider. There is no P4. It's P2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Big 12 is borderline a G6 school or conference rather. I know that, they've had a couple of good, years, couple teams ball out. Texas Tech is certainly on the rise. Currently the
Texas
number 3.
Tech bought their whole damn team.
Yeah. Well, that's the
I'm
danger.
jealous. I say that with pure jealousy.
If you look in the Big 12, it's like it's Oklahoma State, Texas Tech right now, and then like nobody else. Okay. No one else in the top 20, I don't think. And it's all Big 10 SEC. And that's just
Tech could have Jason Garrett coach that team, and they'd win. They'd be in the damn playoffs. You know what I mean? Like they could have anyone. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Were you surprised they
got?
Yeah. They got blanked in their playoff game.
I thought it was hilarious.
I couldn't believe it. I thought it would be a better game than that. I didn't think Tech would win, but I thought it would be a better game. They got blanked.
Well, that's what happened. We broke them.
That's right. Even though that was like a year ago, we broke them. That was Arkansas.
Joey McGuire was thinking about the Arkansas job. And how pissed he was he didn't get it. That's
right. Yeah. So on 3, and again, these are going to change. By the way, we're sitting here talking about these rankings. Hell, they probably changed.
One.
They changed probably while we've been talking.
Arkansas, I know, scrolling Twitter a minute ago is probably annoying because I'm looking down. Trying to see if there's any like live action going on right now.
Well, we have dropped, by the way. I just refreshed. Yeah, we dropped. We're now behind Kentucky and Louisville. We're now 13th.
Kentucky's kind of cooking, man.
They kind of are. They've only got 8 commits. Yeah. While Arkansas has double that. They're just right behind them.
We have like 30 to fill, don't we?
It's something like that.
I swear we needed 30 players.
Listen, just by sheer volume alone, they should finish in the freaking top 15. If they don't, I don't know. We're gonna have some questions. Again, every team is different, right? Every team's got different needs, and not everyone, it's not like the old days during high school recruiting when you could only sign whatever the SEC was for a while. It was like 25. Everyone now, like they're on their own term and as far as like what they want to do in the portal and who's coming back, who you keeping. So that's always going to influence your portal ranking. But Arkansas right now with 16 commits, according to 247, is now 13th. And yeah, way more commits to come though. For not just Arkansas, obviously for a lot of teams. Ole Miss is cooking. LSU, someone made a comment in Discord yesterday about LSU being bad or whatever in the portal, and I'm like, bro, they're about to explode, and they are. They're 4th right now.
Who is
LSU?
They can go to hell.
They're 4th in the.
I hope every player that goes to LSU is a bust.
They are the absolute villain of college football right now.
It's really not LSU,
except LSU fans.
Yeah, it's
because of the way Kiffin did his team and then lied about it, and his players are like, "No, you didn't."
Yeah.
Well,
and then Golding's taking them to the playoffs. I'm low key rooting for them a little bit. Now I hate them again because they stole Kern from us. So hell, hope you die.
You get someone like Paul Feinbaum who defends Lane Kiffin is like, well, he reached his max with Ole Miss, and that's as far as he could go with that team. He had to go to LSU to be a national champion coach, and he didn't say it tongue in cheek, like he said that as serious. Like he was correcting a caller. The caller was like, "Hey, that was a bad thing Lane Kiffin did," and he's like, "No, actually, he did it so he could be a championship coach. He could never do that with Ole Miss." I want Ole Miss to win the national championship for that reason alone. Just for that reason alone. Shut up, Paul Feinbaum, and go to hell, Lane Kiffin. And
who are they playing next? Who's Ole Miss?
Miami.
They're gonna get cooked, bro.
Oh yeah, they are. Of course they are.
Well,
Miami's defense is gonna destroy them.
Miami's defense is really good.
It's tough. It's tough for Paul Feinbaum to say something like that. Historically, he's not wrong. Like, Ole Miss really, until again, we've brought this up before when they had Hugh Freeze there, cheating his absolute balls off. That's the only time they've ever actually been a threat. And even then, they weren't really a national title threat. Even when they had Laquan Treadwell and those guys, historically, they are not they're not good at basketball. They're not good at football. And then it just goes to show you what one coach can do. And that's a crazy thing to say. But then it's like
only 3.5 point favorite. This could be interesting.
But then for him to leave Ole Miss and them to then turn around and win a playoff game, it's like, are you sure about that, Paul?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Did you guys see that? There's so many memes where it's the Hangover guys, and they're like, "We effed up." Like,
yeah. Did you? Okay, so really good segue here to this right here. MJ 501 says both of them stole Kern.
Seriously, they did.
Okay, so I want your thoughts on that. Like, are you guys kind of?
So I'll go ahead and give mine because I initially in our group chat the other day I was like, this kid's looking like kind of a bag chaser, and then I found out that Frank Wilson from LSU got hired by Ole Miss, and I was like, yeah, that makes some more sense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And also, they're in a better position than we are. Both of those teams are in way better positions than we are, for sure. Yeah. And also, Ole Miss is closer to Marion than Fayetteville is.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of different things that I think played into to Kern's thing, but realistically, he probably put himself in a better position. Sounds crappy, but it's truth.
Yeah, it is, and it's unfortunate. I mean, it's
we are who we are. We're a basketball school. It's fine.
Travis is going to crash out on the live about Arkansas being a basketball. I was trying to find
instead of OU, I just go to where a basketball school now.
Well,
OU got cooked by Bama the other day, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, well, overrated.
Nothing nice, bro.
Overrated.
I saw the best comment about that. OU had 50 Cent there because they were only good for 2 quarters.
That's pretty good.
I didn't come up with that. I saw that on Twitter.
That's almost like them bringing 50 Cent there and they're getting their ass kicked is like almost equivalent to when USC came out like acting like dogs and then Bama just dog walked them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it was like 52-6 or something crazy.
I was trying to pull up a tweet talking about this Kern situation. I thought it was interesting.
I think after I read that tweet, I think I changed my tune on it. And I was
okay, it's Kyle Sutherland.
Yeah,
it was his tweet. And I'm trying to share my screen here. All right, Kyle Sutherland, and he kind of breaks down the Kern situation. I don't know if I want to read all this, but it's a good breakdown, though.
It is quite the breakdown.
Okay, so Carius Kern, what happened with Arkansas from when I first heard Carius's visit would be Georgia. I felt confidently in the Hogs' chances. Obviously, it's Georgia, so there's that. Once the paperwork shenanigans went down, I made a call automatically, assuming the Georgia visit would be scrapped, and he'd head to Fayetteville January 5th or 6th. When I was told his first visit was Ole Miss, I've said this to a few people. I gulped like I was about to get my ass kicked by the neighborhood bully. I pretty much felt it was over by that point. To me, visiting Ole Miss was more detrimental to Arkansas's chances than Ole Miss. Just my opinion. Not only so, again, here's key right here. Not only is it much closer to his hometown of Marion, Ole Miss is a college football playoff semifinalist, and Arkansas won 2 games.
Ouch. Nothing like losing. You ruin your chances with
little reality check.
Yeah, that's the first thing. Also, Frank Wilson cannot be emphasized enough. Golding's a dog in recruiting, but in my opinion, Wilson is the best recruiter in the country, and that is accurate. Again, if you want to go read that tweet, you can follow Kyle at K_Sutherland Arkansas.
I thought he got retained by Lane at first.
Well, they wouldn't let him hit the portal.
No, Frank Wilson.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Kern.
I thought he came out and announced he was retaining him. I didn't even know that guy went to Ole Miss until after I read that thing.
Well, it obviously worked out in their favor. I do
like Pete Golding a lot. He's pretty funny.
Screw Ole Miss.
I hate Ole Miss, but
I hate that. I hate them. I think they are
a lot, bro.
I want Arkansas basketball to beat the shit out of them tonight.
Well, that's about to happen.
Oh yeah, we are playing those idiots.
27 minutes.
Yeah, we're playing them here in a little bit. The show will end here in about we're about to wrap it up in about 20 minutes or so, right before tip off. And we're going to talk about that game, by the way. We're going to talk about Arkansas and Ole Miss.
Arkansas by 90.
But so Kern was, from what I understand, this was not a money issue, and that's kind of where some of this started, was with the money talk, right? Was with them whiffing on Kern. Mm-hmm. I mean, according to my DMs and text messages, and
I posted that on Twitter, and I was like, holy effing whiff. And then somebody commented on there like, he didn't even visit, and I was like, that's actually like super fair. They didn't even have a chance to whiff on the guy because he didn't even show up.
Yeah. It's a whiff that you didn't get him here.
Yeah.
All we hear about is Arkansas kids and emphasize Arkansas kids.
He's already done this to an Arkansas. Like, are we really surprised?
To be a Razorback and all that stuff.
They don't care.
Here he is.
You think your kids would want to be Razorbacks right now? You think Sean wants to be a Razorback?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's all we hear about from other fans.
Oh, the fans. I thought you were pointing out Silverfield.
No, that's fair.
No, the fans are like, you got to emphasize Razorback kid. Arkansas kids, all Arkansas kids want to be Razorback. Well, no, not all of them do.
That's true. Not all of them do. And Kern, I mean, obviously they're closer to Mississippi State anyways. They're closer to Oxford. That might as well be home compared to Fayetteville.
Marion is damn near Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, over there in Eastern Arkansas. That's I get it. They're not going to land all these kids, and some of these fans got to realize like you're not going to get them all.
I think not landing Kern was a quiet
blessing.
gift. Yeah,
because
they opened up the budget, baby.
Yeah. Well, I mean, clearly after that, all they've done is cook.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was so mad about that, and then I started seeing it. I was like, "Oh, sorry, Tim. Go ahead."
Ty, do you have Kern's numbers? He didn't play a lot at LSU, right?
Yeah, I do have his numbers actually. Hold on. I do, and they're not great.
I mean, it may have been a potential, and he may not pan out for Ole Miss any more than.
Well,
he's so older now.
Okay, so they played him on both sides of the line of scrimmage, or on both ends of the offensive line. They played him at right and left tackle.
I said they moved him around a little bit, right?
Yeah, and he did really well at right tackle. Like he did really well,
grasping his straws. He's like, "Kern, go over there." I don't know.
So I mean, to be fair, right tackle is not typically gonna. If you've got a right-handed quarterback, the right tackle's typically not dealing with the best pass rusher on the defensive line. While that's not always true, but I mean, the left end is, or the defensive end lined up over the left tackle. That's generally where the pressure is going to come from if you're going to blitz heavy. But at right tackle, he didn't give up but one hurry, and then one hit versus Ole Miss. They move him over to left tackle, and he gives up 3 sacks. Along with 8 hurries. Like all the hurries happened when he lined up at left tackle. Again, that's just the most. There's a reason why that's one of the highest paid positions in both college and the pros. I think he's projected to be a right tackle, but who knows what he does at Ole Miss.
Put him at left.
They might put him at left. I mean, he was a true freshman last year, and so he ends up giving up 8 hurries and 3 sacks as a true freshman. I would argue that's not terrible, all things considered, especially moving him around like that. That's generally not a good idea. I mean, there's a reason why fans at Arkansas were so pissed that, even Bielema would kind of move guys around a little bit up front of the line of scrimmage, and sometimes it just didn't work out. A lot of times it didn't work out. And then Pittman kind of did the same thing. And, but, when they someone brought up, oh my God, the left guard this year, Carmona. When they brought him in, he played left tackle. Left tackle was not his natural position, but they never really moved him out. He might have gotten some snaps at left guard last year, 24, but they kept him at left tackle because they understood the importance. That they didn't have another left tackle, but then they moved him to left guard. They did not move him from left guard. I mean, he stayed there, and he was really good for him at left guard. You move a guy around like that, especially on opposite ends of the offensive line, that sucks. I mean, that's a shitty situation to be in, but he had to play where they needed him, and they felt confident enough to put him at left tackle. I think Kern's ceiling is really high. And I do think it's and I'm with you guys, like this feels like a whiff, but again, when you consider who Ole Miss hired in that relationship, again, Arkansas offered the money. The money was there. From what I understand, it was probably the exact same amount of money. He just, he chose the relationship and the fact that it's closer to home. So, again,
kind of tells me he may have his head on better than most people think too.
He may. Yeah, he may.
That's a good thing because most kids have their heads up their asses these days.
Yeah. So he had 215 snaps this year at left tackle and 90 snaps at right tackle. And he definitely excelled at right tackle, but growing pains are a thing. He could end up being a natural left tackle. I don't know. He's 6'5", 320. So we'll see. But
I need these O-line coaches to cook. We got 2 of them. All right. We need these guys to cook.
Yeah, they need to get it figured out up front.
I still think they screwed up not keeping Mateos, man.
I do too.
I was rooting for that dude. He's a good coach.
Yeah. I like that they kept the tight end coach. And speaking on that, they are returning. Platt is coming back, so that's a pretty big. That's a good one. All right. Platt is back. You're going to have him at tight end. That probably had something to do with keeping the tight end coach. And then, of course, we already mentioned Collins is also going to stick it out.
I thought Platt might follow Petrino.
Sports propaganda. What's up, man? Hey, I've seen some of your videos. What's going on, sports propaganda? Hope you're doing well. This man's killing it.
What? Bo's on our show?
Two-line.
Let's see
Two-line. I didn't hear it. Two-line
you said
coach.
What, Bo's on the show?
Did you say, Bo Manuel. Yeah, that's not a dig at you propaganda. It's a total dig at another morning show. Where'd it go? I took it off the screen. Here we go. 2 line coaches as a head 2 line coaches as head coaches not making great O-line adjustments.
Oh, Pittman and Silverfield, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or Bielema and Pittman, maybe what they're talking about.
Yeah.
What the hell was Bielema? Was Bielema O-line coach?
His background.
What was he before he was a head coach?
He was a. Oh my God! I think he coached defense too a little bit. I don't know.
It's not a question I ever asked before.
Go pull up his wiki. I'm pretty sure he coached
coordinator at Wisconsin.
Yeah,
he what?
That's
He's
right.
a co-defensive coordinator at K-State, then a defensive coordinator at Wisconsin, then head coach at Wisconsin.
That's it.
Guy.
Yeah.
Explains why our defense was awesome.
Hey, I watch y'all every chance I get. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. KJ Jackson in North Carolina.
Lies.
Oh,
Lies.
yeah.
That dude is in.
We're not going to fall for that here on the live show. Nice try, Pittman. We're not falling for that. No, sir. That is the question. And I was going to save that for a topic for another day. And I know we'll bring it up again. What are they doing at quarterback moving forward? And they also offered a JUCO quarterback, by the way. Don't ask me his damn name. That's the one I'm kind of behind on him and the defensive tackle. But is KJ Jackson? I mean, do you feel like this is a battle moving forward when you got a quarterback behind him that knows the offense?
I think it's a battle.
It's a battle.
I think you have KJ with the SEC experience, not much, but a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the hope I have for KJ is that Petrino said that kid's like a sponge. He's like one of the smartest quarterback he's ever coached, which is, that's a big deal.
He said that about KJ Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to remember that. I do remember
his Hogs Plus thing, I think. And he said most of the time he'd get pissed at KJ because he'd ask questions and KJ'd always raise his hand to answer it.
Dude, I only ever say this about kids I hear about. I've heard he is a stand-up, just an awesome kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me want to root for kids like that even more. I hope I really want him to stick it out because, when you talk about a quarterback who's not afraid to stand up in the pocket and deliver, even while getting smoked, pressure in his face, getting smoked and delivering a strike into the back of the end zone the way that he did.
Yeah.
I think that was against Missouri. I'm sure there's a highlight out there somewhere. I need to,
if we really do recruit, keep rolling on this defense, we're going to find the hell out who can play under pressure in spring. So, you know what I mean? It won't be crazy pressure, but it'll kill you pressure, but it'll be pressure. Yeah. Especially if we got some dudes on defense, some real cornerbacks. Think about it. Our guys only played against our defense. So they're like, man, our offense is awesome. No.
That's what we do every spring, every red white scrimmage, right? If the defense is great, we're like, oh, the defense is going to be fantastic. Turns out the offense is not good, or the other way around this year, right? The offense was actually good. They just they didn't have any help on the defensive side of the ball. 6'4", 215. Who's this? 6'4", 215.
This is the Virginia guy? No.
That can run and make second level throws. I really want a quarterback with some serious pocket presence. I think he's talking about KJ Jackson here.
Is he that big?
KJ Jackson's 6'4", 225, I think.
Closer to 230.
Was it 230? Yeah, he might be.
I could be wrong. I thought he was.
On TV, everybody looks like they're 5'10".
Every quarterback we've had the last several years has been a big old hoss.
Mm-hmm.
He's done AJ Hill.
Yeah. Well, AJ Hill.
Okay.
I don't know about the running aspect. From what I have read and what little I have seen, he's definitely a pocket passing quarterback. I think he's got feet, but I don't think he's like what we've seen before in terms of some of the runners we've had over the years.
Oh, Jonathan Brewer said the quarterback is the number one in the nation.
In JUCO?
The guy we offered, I guess. Damn.
Okay. Yeah, he's one I've been meaning to pull up and do some more research on. I just haven't had time. I'm telling you, that Sunday kicked my ass being sick. I mean, it put me behind the whole week.
Dude, if I had what you had or you had what I had, it was horrible.
Dude, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to go there.
Man.
it was the Ole Miss of days for me. I mean, it was not good. Yeah, AJ Hill is. Listen, I like AJ Hill. Has a lot of promise. He will be obviously him, and no matter if it is these two, you're going with younger guys. These are not going to be proven quarterbacks. And I don't know that the JUCO, man, you talk about a coin flip with JUCO players. Sometimes you really just don't know what you're getting out of JUCO players. You just really don't.
Yeah.
You can call him the number one JUCO quarterback, and maybe he is that good. I don't know. But then you put him at this division, this level, this conference, and they're just, it takes them a little while. And then you worry about their eligibility running out by the time they start figuring it out. But yeah, it looks right now, if this is what they're doing moving forward, if they don't go after, and I'm a little bit surprised they didn't go after one of those big name quarterbacks. I kind of thought they were. But if this is what you're moving forward with, you better have a whole hell of a lot of confidence in these two guys. And I think Jackson could be the real deal, man. Unfortunately, we just don't know.
Yeah, we just haven't seen enough of them, I don't think.
Not enough.
Either one of them. I haven't seen anything of AJ Hill at all. So I've seen KJ, and I liked KJ, but we were also really mad at Talon.
Fair.
So it's like, yeah, KJ looks good. Like, he's great. He's not doing stupid stuff.
He was AJ Hill again was 19 of 32, so that's 59%, 223 yards, sacked once, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, with his longest being a 37-yard throw. Yeah, he was the highest rated player Memphis has ever signed, by the way. I think maybe one of you already pointed that out, but
I think he'll run. I don't know, man. It almost makes you think if they bring in a 5th-year senior type quarterback, they're going to run one of them off.
Yeah. MJ, I agree. It's such a huge risk. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. And we'll end the football part of this. We're going to get into Arkansas Ole Miss really quick. We're just going to do a really quick rundown on that game. I want them to offer one of those quarterbacks, one of those big name quarterbacks. I want them to offer someone big.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing against KJ Jackson. I just want to feel better about that position. And I don't know. I really don't know what they're getting out of these guys.
Either that or get an outstanding O-line.
Well, I think you have to offer a steady older quarterback no matter what. If AJ Hill is your guy, he knows the system, he came with the coach. Even if he's your guy, he's still super young. KJ Jackson is super young. I almost said KJ Jefferson. Oh Lord. It's like saying Pavia.
Yeah.
No, but KJ Jackson is super young. AJ Hill is super young. And you almost, even if you're going to start AJ Hill, let's say he gets injured, you almost want to know that you have a steady upperclassman guy that can maybe stand in and let you evaluate either AJ or KJ should they get injured, and not have to just hand the ball off with, another freshman.
Yeah.
So I think you do want at least one solid guy you feel like you can count on who's older and experienced.
Well, look at it this way. We were talking a minute ago about you need to pull the trigger on guys now. You need to get them here now. I mean, Brandon Sorsby, who's a 5-star, he's heading, and I'm not saying they're going to get him. I'm just saying, these guys are starting to drop. Sorsby's heading to Texas Tech out of Cincinnati. Of course, Drew Messmaker's going to follow his coach to Oklahoma State.
You know that dude got $5 million to go to Texas Tech.
Was it $5 million?
$5 million for a year of football.
God, that's right.
That's I think coach's salary like 5 years ago.
That's crazy. That is insane, and it's unnecessary. Cap this. What are we doing? But
maybe you just look at whoever Oklahoma State is recruiting and you go after that guy.
Maybe. Yeah, that's a good point. The only other name that's in there that's got some snap counts under his belt, he was in a fiasco of a situation a year ago. I know Arkansas has not offered him, and no, there's nothing on the table as far as I know. But that would maybe kind of make sense. Just from an SEC experience, you probably know where I'm going with this. It's DJ Lagway.
I wouldn't hate the Lagway. I wouldn't hate if they picked up Lagway.
I mean,
I know Florida fans got mad at him last year.
Yeah.
That kid's got talent, though, man.
I don't know. We'd have to have Courtney Mims talk about. She probably hates DJ Lagway. I don't know. And
I think
I know
he's gonna be one of them ones that has a resurgence at wherever he goes, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, damn!"
It does feel that way, and we have seen that. By the way, look at Georgia Tech and look at who that quarterback was, and look at how fans ran him
another
off.
one I'm curious about, and it's not an SEC player, but that kid Air Noland. Where did he land at? Does anybody know? I think he went to Ohio State, and then he went to South Carolina. And then he hit the portal again.
Oh, I do remember. Yeah,
really high rated.
Was he really highly rated?
Or no, he was 4 or 5.
This year or before?
Last year.
Oh,
in high school.
I do remember. I don't know where he ended up. I don't know. I know Austin Simmons is going to Missouri. Josh Hoover, who I thought Arkansas was going to maybe go after.
I'm good on that guy.
He's going to Indiana. No real big shock there. Byron Brown from South Florida. I think he's going to he's following his coach. He's going to Auburn. That's right.
Read the bottom comment. Don't read it out loud. Don't read it out loud.
Oh my
Nolan
God.
Is it South Carolina?
It's Fish. That's that dude.
So funny, bro. I want to know where Nolan went. Anyway,
South Carolina.
No, did he stay?
Yeah,
no, he was.
Nolan
Unless he
entered the
stayed.
redshirt freshman season, 4th on South Carolina's quarterback depth chart behind Lenora Sellers, Luke Doty, and Cutter Woods.
So he's staying.
It doesn't say anything about a transfer yet.
Well, he's in the portal.
Yeah, he entered the portal.
Yeah, he's definitely in the portal. Yet. So I mean, there are some options. I mean, I'm just saying. I know DJ Lagway looked like absolute shit last year, but I wonder how much of that was him versus how much of the off the field nonsense and the sideline bullshit. I don't know that was all on him. And I'm with you. He might go somewhere and have a resurgence. Why not let that be Arkansas? I feel like I might feel better about a guy that's had snaps in this conference and at least know what I'm getting out of someone. I realized Florida, he had, last year was not good, but the year before that, they were all about the kid.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. You've also got Deuce Knight, who's a former 5-star, but he doesn't have any snaps
experience.
Yeah,
there's big names, but there's not any real there's not very many proven quarterbacks out there. So
well, Bo Pribula, the Missouri kid, he's in the portal. I don't know that he's going back or not. I don't know if they've kept him, but he's in the portal. There's another SEC quarterback. So,
I'll roll the dice with KJ and AJ.
You think so?
Yep.
Over all those, or just
over Pribula?
Oh, over Pribula. Yeah, I think so too. I hope that the new offensive scheme can help keep the offense on the field long enough to give our D a rest. That's true.
Seriously.
Maybe we could have won some of these 1-score games if the D was a little more rested. That is a fair point. We talked about that earlier. It's a fair point, but man, Scott, even early in games when they weren't, exhausted,
they were trash.
They were not good. I mean, they struggled getting 3 and outs early. Could not get after the quarterback. Secondary couldn't cover anything. They couldn't cover Fayetteville High kids. I mean,
we need to find us a Ferris State quarterback. That's what we need to do.
Yeah,
find us our Trinidad Chambliss.
All right, last thing, and we're going to hang it up. Arkansas at Ole Miss. Okay, Arkansas has not had a ton of success against Ole Miss. Beard did beat Cal last year, and that's a tough place to win at in Oxford.
Was that on our 0-5 run?
It's actually
just curious. Was Boogie Fland our guard? Because if he was, that makes total sense that we lost to them.
Oh yeah, Boogie.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was or not. I know I remember losing to them and being pissed.
People in Florida probably got a bounty on that dude's head.
To me, Ole Miss is our number one rival. I mean, I'm sorry. I hate that school with every fiber of my being. I hate them. I hate that they've passed us up in football. I hate that they got Beard as a head coach in basketball, even though they're not doing well this year. I hate that damn school. Maybe it's jealousy, but I hated them even before that. The 4th and 25, I was like on cloud 9, like suck on that, Ole Miss. But yeah, they're not very good this year. But listen, teams don't score a lot of points on these guys. They are
shit out of them.
I don't know. I hope you're right. They should. Neutral floor or in Bud Walton, I think Arkansas runs them off the floor. In Oxford is, I don't know. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember the last time we won there. It might have been under Muss, probably 2-3 years ago, but it feels like we just don't have a lot of success there.
Well, nobody has a lot of success on SEC home floors. That's kind of a given.
Well, it is, but I mean, we've also won. I don't know. We've won at Rupp twice in the last 4 years.
Alabama and Kentucky are the teams that don't seem to struggle with road games. And other than that, everybody struggles with road games.
Tennessee, up until this year, Tennessee was pretty good on the road the last several years. Even Ole Miss had some good wins on the road last year. I mean, they're actually looking like a pretty decent team. I'm just telling you, something about playing in that damn building. I don't know. It's like when we used to play down in Little Rock. Remember how bad some of Muss's teams were in Little Rock inside that damn building? It has that kind of feel to it, even though Ole Miss, I don't think, could hold, Arkansas. They couldn't hold our jock straps. I think the talent is like 4-1, if you want my opinion, outside of
like 12.
Outside of Dia. Dia is a beast. Dia is a damn good player.
Oh, God. He's still on the team?
Oh, hell yeah. He averages like 15 points, 7 boards a game.
He's good, man.
And they got some guys that can knock down shots. They've got some guys that are pretty key outside when they're on. They don't hit a lot of threes, but they're kind of.
Go ahead.
I was going to say they're a team that can drag you down to the dirt with them. They can make you play ugly. And
I'm going Hogs by 6.
Hogs by 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Tim's going to say Hogs by 20.
By 20.
20.
They haven't beat anybody all season long. Every actual team they've played. They've lost to Iowa. They lost to Utah. Those are the most legitimate. St. John's beat them and Miami beat them. Every win Ole Miss has is against a trash team. They haven't. NC State beat them. Every win they have is against a terrible team. They're not good. They average 20 points a game less than us. Yes, they're 6-1 at home, but they're not good this year.
They're not good. They're not. I'm not saying they are.
We're winning by 20. They average 70 points a game. We average 90 points a game, and our schedule is much tougher.
Okay. Do you think Arkansas scoring 90 points tonight?
No, I don't.
Okay. I was going to ask.
Arkansas going to win 83-65. How's that?
Okay. If you're right, I'll love that. I'm going to say Arkansas probably wins like 74-68, something like that. I think Ole Miss, maybe not even that. I have not been impressed with Arkansas's defense most of the year. There are just in terms of a team and the points they've given up. It's not like any one player is terrible on defense, but it's just sometimes they get a little lost, especially around the post. Scoring in the paint is not a challenge against Arkansas most of the time. They've gotten a little bit better over the last couple of weeks. There was
definitely some lanes last week.
It's too easy.
Ole Miss is worse across the board in assists, rebounds, steals, and turnovers.
Yeah. But again,
we out-rebounded Tennessee. I think we go in there, we out-rebound Ole Miss significantly. Our inside play is gonna stay steady from the last game. I believe.
I hope so. If that happens, then yeah, they're probably gonna.
Chris Beard's probably beat the shit out of somebody tonight. That's all.
Oh no! All right, we're gonna end on that. Tip off is happening here in a little bit. Again, I'm taking Arkansas by 8. I think it's gonna be a tough game. Again, Ole Miss not an offensive team. They're a really pretty steady defensive team. We'll see how it goes. I'll be here for the post game. And I hope to see you guys there. Remember, like, share, subscribe on your way out. Shout out to Direct Service Overhead, the garage door company there in Central Arkansas. Same-day services, 1,000+ 5-star reviews. You name it, these guys do it when it comes to garage doors, okay? 501-244-3667. Again, that's Direct Service Overhead, the garage door company. I'll see you guys after the game. Shout out to Travis and Tim. And, of course, Peyton from Choose Arkansas. Appreciate all you guys. And I'll see you here in a little bit. Go Hogs.
Yeah. Go Hogs.
head.